Unit 3, Fine Art Photography. Chapter 3, Listening Passage.
This is your host, Ray Baker. On our program today, we're talking about altering or changing images with computer software. Our guest is Mandy Robbins. Mandy is a professional photographer. She has just written a book on imaging software. That's the general term for the software that's used to change photographic images. Hi, Mandy. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Ray. Thanks for inviting me.
We're seeing more and more digital images around us all the time. So now, many of us are beginning to question every image we see. We're beginning to wonder, is what I'm seeing real or not?
Yes, you're right to ask that question. Most of us know about image altering in fashion and advertising.
You mean like removing blemishes or other marks from a model's skin?
Yes, that's part of it. But it's not only that. Imaging software can make people look thinner. It can be used to change hair and eye color. But lately, we're hearing about more serious uses of image altering.
For example?
Well, particularly in photojournalism. For example, in one case, a photographer added more smoke to a newspaper photo of a war scene just to make it look more interesting.
Changing a photo of an actual event is very misleading.
Yes. In fact, the newspaper fired the photographer when it found out.
Wasn't there another case similar to that one?
Yes. A British photographer faked a photo to show British soldiers mistreating prisoners. The photograph looked real, but it wasn't.
What happened?
A newspaper published it, but they later found out the photo was a fake. The newspaper fired the photographer and published an apology.
What are some other examples?
During the 2004 U.S. presidential election, someone published a photo of presidential candidate John Kerry. In the photo, he was with the actress Jane Fonda. The picture seemed to be from the Vietnam War era in the early 1970s. Jane Fonda's actions during the war had made her unpopular with a lot of people. She was against the war and had made a lot of people angry by visiting North Vietnam.
And that photo of Kerry and Fonda was a fake too?
Absolutely. Someone used photo software to combine two different pictures. It made two images look like one.
Now, Mandy, can you tell if someone has altered a photo?
Yes. In fact, people often send me photos and ask for my opinion.
What kinds of photos?
Often they're from dating websites.
Dating websites, really?
Yes, really. People want to know about someone that they might be interested in meeting. They want to know if the person has faked the photo.
And do a lot of people actually do this?
Yes, you'd be surprised how many people do it.
What changes do they make?
Well, men often alter their pictures so they look like they have more hair.
Are men the only bad guys here?
No, not at all. Women make their eyes bigger. And, of course, both men and women remove blemishes. And they like to make themselves thinner.
So the average person can get this software?
Oh, of course. Anyone can buy the software. But it's expensive, and it's also pretty difficult to learn to use.
But it's cheaper than cosmetic surgery.
Right. You need to learn how to use the software, but once you know how to use it, you can change almost any photograph.
Well, our time is about up. Mandy, thanks again for joining us today.
Thank you, Ray. I enjoyed it.